backyard projects. And here I am actually going to bury a fountain. I actually have my base right there, my fountain in the back, and then I have the grate that goes on top. So I am going to be burying here. I have some steps that are here that I want it to be directly in front. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and I will show you what it looks like when it's finished. So the hole that I am digging, it is a 2 foot by 2 foot square, and the way that I'm digging it is I'm actually going to dig it down, but I'm going to leave a lip up because this area floods really badly and I don't want a whole bunch of dirt getting into my pond or my fountain. And I'm going to put a border around it, and I'm going to put more dirt, and I'm going to put mulch and flowers. And so I'm trying to plan ahead. You always want to plan for the next season. So that is what I'm doing. So I am building it a little higher than normal. Most people would actually just do it level, but gotta think ahead. So now that I have my hole dug and the right size, I need to stamp it down to make sure that it is level. Important with the fountain. I've done it before without it being level and it makes a mess. Trust me. So I'm going to get my handy dandy leveler. So what I do with this is actually just stamp it down really good. So what I'm doing with this is, because this ground isn't actually level very well, and I need to get some French drains put in, and because it floods, like I end up having like 6 inches of water every time it rains. So I've got to get in French drains, and I also plan on putting a big garden around this. So I want it to be about 3 inches above, just so whenever I put in my edging, put in my dirt, put in my plants, it's not below the soil level. So now I am going to tamp it down and put sand to level it out. Now that I have my paving sand, I am then going to put my basin down into the hole, make sure that it's nice and level, and then I'm going to backfill it. I probably should go get my level just because I've been here before and I don't want a crooked fountain. So let me go get that leveler. I actually have it level and ready to go. I'm gonna go and put the crate on. I'm gonna get some of this loose dirt that I put in there when I was getting it backfilled. And now I just gotta go get the water hose. All right, while that is filling up, I actually have the motor. Where do I have the motor? Oh, found it. So this pump is actually 400 gallons per hour. That might be a little much for this pump or this fountain. It's not a very big fountain. It's only like 3 foot at maybe the highest. But I always go bigger with the pump than smaller. All right, let me get this pump installed. All right, guys, so I have had to play around a little bit, and luckily I am a pack rat. I collect all garden things, as I'm sure all of you do too. So I'm actually going to use parts of my sprinkler. So this is what I actually plug into my sprinkler head. So then I can actually run my drip line so I can get water to my beds or certain areas. So I cut off a piece. I know that this is drip irrigation, but I just cut between the 2 holes that are there. So this actually is part of a sprinkler head too. And I just screwed that onto a connector piece. So here is the problem. I can get this one to connect, but the one that actually connects onto the fountain, I can't get it to go. Never mind, I didn't try all of them. I only tried 2. So never mind. So let's actually go and put this on the pump. Crazy, you know? That's why I love being a pack rat, because I can connect anything. So let me show you the fountain over here. So I had to try to find one that would go into here, like that. And then the other end is actually going to go into, my pump. Look at that. That's beautiful. So I don't want to go ahead and do that now because I've got to obviously feed it through the grate so I can put the pump into the water. So let me do that real quick. As a side note, make sure that the hose will fit through the grate before you decide to carry the heavy fountain in it. So now, I'm gonna have to pull it back apart just so I can connect them. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so the next problem that I'm having is that the nipple for the screw has to go in between, but my pipe, this connector piece has to somehow go in between it. So I might have to trim some of my grate just so I can make it fit well. So I guess I'm gonna have to cut the grate. So let me do that real quick. All right, now here comes the fun part. Now I've got to put the pump inside the grate so it'll be under water. So let me do that right now. Oh, and the reason why I put this in that opens at this back corner, there you go, is because I actually have a plug-in back there. So just something to keep in mind whenever you're trying to figure out where everything's gonna go. Whenever I moved into this house, I actually put plug-ins everywhere. This is actually my 3rd garden that I have done. And so I've taken what I have learned from other from my other gardens, and I've used them for this. Kind of learn from your mistakes. So let me connect this. Let me connect this. Well, if I can get my camera right. There we go. So then you just pop it on, and actually, what I might do is I'm actually going to shorten this hose because I really want the pump to be level on there. So now that I creased the pipe that's under there, so I know where I need to cut. So let me just take my garden shears, and I will actually cut this pipe. I'm gonna cut it a little high because I want that pipe to be, I want the pump to actually set down, then connect to here, and then go straight up into the pump. So I'm gonna screw this back in and underneath. Do 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 do. All right, so now I'm going to take my pump and I'm actually going to insert it to underneath. There we go. All right, now that I think I got it up in that pipe good enough. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna just run this cord out the bottom, and now we're all ready to plug it in. Yay, da-da. So, let me go get I have my extension cord right here. I only have about 30 extension cords, but they're usually not where I need them to be. All right, y'all ready? Let's plug it in. This could be an epic fail. So it actually has to fill up on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got to fill up from the bottom. There we go. It's slowly coming. So this is whenever, I wish I could turn this around. This is when I'm going to see if the fountain is actually level, because if not, then it won't come out as a single flow. But I do have some tricks that I can show you if that is not the case, because I'm the world's worst at getting things level. I don't know what it is, but I never can seem to level anything. Tried to level a patio one time and it was awful. But, oh, here it comes. Slowly. There we go. Ooh. So you can tell that I'm a little high here. So I will actually correct that in like 2 seconds. So all you have to really do when that happens is just basically shim it. So you just gotta put a little shim, the part that I cut off, and actually just put it in on one side, and voila! Now it is completely level. Amazing, right? I love to hear the water. So, in this backyard, mind you, I've only been here like 3 months. Cleaned out 15 trees, It's ridiculous. Like, the weeds were so grown that they were the size of trees. So I came back and cleared most of it out, all except my oak trees and trees that I wanted to keep around. And I brought a lot of my plants over from my other house and the one before that. I just keep moving them. So I've just slowly worked on it. And anyway, I've got, what is it, like 10 bird feeders? It's kind of ridiculous, I know. But I did the fountain so the birds would have something to drink. I actually have, what is it, 5 fountains. I kind of like my fountains. But the way that I end up getting all of my fountains is actually just go on Facebook Marketplace or friends that just want to get rid of them. I would gladly take their hand-me-downs. But anyway, well, I am Devin, and I appreciate you watching my videos, and I hope that I might have helped you in something. I also have rock that I'm gonna put over here underneath it. I'm gonna fill it up a little bit more with water, and anyway, hope to see you next time. Thanks, bye.